What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dash. Come back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, guys. It's a movie review. This will be for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Now, before I jump into it, just want to note that this will be spoiler-free. I feel, again, disservice to you all. You need to go see it. It was amazing. Right up there with how I felt about Fallout, just everything about it. I've been loving the franchise since the first movie, which came out in '96, if I'm not mistaken. Been a fan of them. I will say this. Overall, I loved all of them, but my hype to watch them was kind of heightened a little bit was when we saw Rogue Nation and we got introduced to a couple of new characters. One of them for me was Rebecca Ferguson. Love me some her playing Elsa in the film. And then when we saw Fallout, amazing. That was in my top 3 favorite films that year. It came out in 2018. Knowing that Christopher McQuarrie is behind the lens again, makes it all the while even more exciting for me. Looking forward to each and every one that's being added to the franchise for the film. You know, of course, being one of the writers, definitely a producer with Tom Cruise. I'm just here for all of that. Now, with that being said, I'll just go ahead and just jump right into it. I so enjoyed this. I will say, with the way the films are always set up, we always get some sort of story at the beginning. Now, with this one, if you remember the trailer, it showcases in regards where we see a little bit of a key, but we're getting a little bit more understandings. I will kind of talk about this, but I won't talk about some other stuff that does, of course, happen in the film. Not to take it away from you guys. We're dealing with something that's titled The Entity. Now, mind you, you're dealing with artificial intelligence, and with this particular thing, it decides it wants to go rogue, and it causes a situation, you know, where you're thinking you're seeing something that's really not happening, and it puts, you know, people's lives in danger where subsequently they end up getting killed. Now, mind you, where the key comes involved, this key where UCCI director Kittredge wants this new mission where he's asking, of course, Ethan to go and find one of the keys, which is with one of, you know, his, you know, friends, and then another key so they can, you know, get this key to be able to access and control the entity, because if they don't, certain powers that be who have no business having it will try to harness it for other means, of course, being in control of maybe like the military systems, you know, national security of some sorts. So yes, that pretty much is what's really being tasked with this whole situation with that key and what it actually, you know, signifies. And I kind of like the overall story because I was trying to think, you know, what's really going on, but you know, I love when they do certain things like this in regards to the story. So they actually made it even more enticing for me because the way it's showcased throughout this film. Yes, and I like how it will segue definitely into part 2. Now, with that being said, of course, we get some of our faces, you know, from the previous films, and you see Ring Rames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson again. Also want to say, Vanessa Kirby. This one, we get to see some new faces. Esai Morales, love me some him. We get also Palm Clementiev, and we get to see, I want to say, Haley Atwell. Haley plays Grace. She's a thief. We get, of course, Esai Morales, and the person who was behind him, like kind of like his little handle, is Palm's character. Now, the thing I liked about Morales is there's a lot more to him that you get to learn in the film between him and Ethan. I will not truly go into detail, but let's just say there is some history there. And you can clearly see the taunting of his character in this film showing up in certain instances, you know, in regards to Ethan having to be on this mission and sometimes at moments within the film being thwarted, you know, by him. And then another character, which is the new character, Grace, played by Haley Atwell. She being a thief, very seasoned one at that, just being somewhere, being, you know, tasked to do something and getting in the way of what he has to do. And it was just interesting, like it's like a little song and dance with her and all that, and him being tries to be one up on her, but she's always just a couple steps ahead of him, and him having to, you know, be on her level to, you know, like, who is this woman? Where did you come from? Why are you here? You know, what were you tasked, whatever, and all, and finding out where she falls into this whole situation. Now, I love the different locations that they use, of course, like Norway, you know, United Kingdom, Italy, the Arabian Desert. Of course, that just added to, I love the cinematography of certain instances of certain scenes, like, you know, scenes in Abu Dhabi International Airport. I love the scenes with the car chase scenes. Of course, the parachute scene we see, of course, a little bit in the trailer. Then also the Orient Express scenes as well. There's so many things I could really discuss in those, but then it gives a little bit of the story away, and definitely don't want to do that. But in the overall end of this film, I just like how it definitely brings in the new characters who kind of add a little extra to the storyline with some of our original cast members, and it kind of puts certain things, you know, at a stall with getting, like I said, the mission done. But then towards, you know, like you see going in towards, you know, the middle and then the final act of the part one, certain things do get revealed, certain things are brought up, hence in regards to the storyline, and then certain things are happening where I'll say kind of left me speechless. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You know, certain parts just really just, oh, and I'm trying my best because I almost caught myself. But yes, those parts, just love it. Action packed. Always here for some of the I love the banter between the original cast. Like I said, you know, I'm loving some of the scenes with Ethan, you know, Simon Pegg's character, things like this. I always love the scenes with Ethan, with Ilsa played by Ferguson, you know, especially in certain fight sequences that are happening with them and their particular moments. Of course, Ving Rhames, I can't say enough about it. Brother's been there since day one in the first movie. I love the friendship between him and Ethan, Luther. And, you know, so I'm always here for that. And even some of the parts with the director, Kittredge, he's hysterical. There are some other characters, and I did write down one of the guys' names on here. I cannot remember his name. Jasper, who's, you know, actually tasked by Kittredge. I want to at least know one other person who plays a part, because being that Ethan is on this mission, you know, like I said, being thwarted at certain turns, trying to get things done, there's always certain things, you know, that get in the way and all that. So you have somebody who's, you know, trying to get to the key, but then you have somebody who's trying to stop him from doing these because they're trying to apprehend him. Just all over the place, but it adds to the storyline because it just can't be straight through, which I love it like that. So that works to its overall advantage, and it makes it more exciting to watch, to see if Ethan's going to, you know, be able to get out of his situation. And 9 times out of 10 he does. I mean, come on now. You know, we already knew that because we have a part 2, like, you know, but needless to say, you got to make it interesting. Those particular scenes that I stated were very good throughout. Definitely the Orient Express scene. Love the car chase scene. So yes, Pom Klementieff, she was really good, and her scenes in this one as well. One particular one where I feel like was definitely instrumental with her when she's, you know, confronted with Ethan. There's actually 2 scenes with that I actually really like. One where she wasn't expecting the outcome, and then another one where you can almost say he wasn't expecting from her. So, you know, I'll leave it like that. Also, like I said, with Morales, there's a scene with him and another character from the original cast I really enjoyed. I just really did enjoy it. And I will tell you like this, it's long, but you don't even realize it. I did not even look to check how long I'd been in there. I can tell I was in there long because when it was time to stand up to walk out, body lets you know. But yes, enjoyed this film. I really can't say enough about it. Just a ride. Just on a ride the whole time. Tom Cruise never disappoints, and when he's doing his own stuff, I'm here for it as always. Everybody's like, oh, you know Tom Cruise? Yes, he does. And that's where always the utmost respect with that, you know, giving you the drama, suspense, the action, all that, and he's going to give you that action, and he didn't disappoint per usual. I'm here to see part 2. So out of 10, I know some people are like, you really go. I'm gonna just okay, just give it a 9. I mean, really could give it a 10, whatever, I'm gonna give it a 9. But everything I really enjoy, like I said, the music, the cinematography, the storyline, just everything flowed really, really good. And I really just truly cannot wait to see the other part to this, to finish out this 2-parter. So with that said, you guys, comment below. Keep it without spoiling the people. I would really like to do that. I said maybe in a week you all want to come after that, then we can talk about it, and that's great. But yes, with that said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you in the next one. Guys, take care.